Go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is your standard 8.5-inch hoverboard. Comes equipped when you buy it with a remote, personalized for your board. It's actually universal. And your charger. I'm gonna flip this board over just so you can see where to plug in the charger. As you see, it fits just like that. And here's your power button. All right, let's go over the specifics. The board, once you get your board, I want you to take it out the box and turn it on. You're gonna hear this lady.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
You can simply find under settings, under Bluetooth, Music 1. That's how you pair your device to your phone. That's universal. Once you open the board and turn it on, you should see the battery indicator. Now, it could be on the right side or left side, depending on which side you have your board. The board is universal. It's backwards or forward, doesn't make a difference. So the first light that turns on, that's your battery indicator. It's gonna let you know if your battery is charged. Green means charged. If it's red and it's blinking, that means it's on very low battery and it will shut off on you while you ride. If it's red, go ahead and plug it up to the charger. The charger, once you're plugging it up, will have an indicator light right here. If the battery is at full charge, it'll turn green. If it is still charging, it'll be red. Typical charge takes anywhere between 2 and 3 hours. A few problems that can be incurred with this board can happen upon delivery. So I'm going to teach you what can happen and how to save your board and reset.
Hey, first show us it working.
Okay, so let's turn on the board. Bring it down
The
here.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
What you're looking for is when you stand on, is the mechanism to pretty much read that. There we go. So now my gyroscopes are activated. How do they become activated? You have to simply step on them. They are located towards the outside of the board, so you want to make sure that you're not standing on the inside because the outside has a mechanism right underneath your pads. Simple. Balance. You go forward, the board goes forward. You go backwards, the back goes forward. If you want to go ahead and do a split feet, you'll go 360. If you go the other way, you'll do 360 the other way. Enjoy the speed of your boards. Get used to it. There's no rush, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a lot of times when you encounter a accident, hope you have insurance, something that can happen is this board will be knocked off balance and you have to reteach it what is balance. So what you're gonna do, you'll notice this happening because you'll stand on the board just like I will, but it'll be like this and you won't be going anywhere. It'll be like this, you won't be going anywhere. It'll be tilted forward. It'll just be off balance, you'll feel it. What you're gonna do is turn the board off. Make sure that it's level, like so. You're gonna turn it on and hold it on the initial press.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Allow the lady to complete her speech. Once it's done, hold it for an additional 10 seconds. Once the 10 seconds is complete, you're gonna let go and you should hear 2 series of beeps. I will let go of it now. The first series, then your second series. Right now, you just retaught your board what level 0 is of its balance system. So now, if it's ever off balance, this should go ahead and teach it what balance is again, and you should be okay. Second problem you might incur. These are pads, okay? What's underneath this is a plate. On top of the plate, underneath the plate that the plate sits on top of is your mechanism that you have to activate by weight. So, if you don't weigh 60 pounds, you will not be able to activate this board. There is a minimum. If you're over 300, the bearing in the middle, or even 285, might break on you. What I want you to do, understand that once you stand on it, it's activated. Once you get off, air comes in the suction cup to allow the mechanism to realize that there's no more weight on it and it will shut off. Like so. If no vent is created so the air can come back into the suction cup fast enough, it'll have a delayed response of turning off. Sometimes when you get off the board, you'll notice that it's still on for a second, or it'll rattle and then it'll flip on you and then turn off. That's because there's no vents, there's no air getting into these 2 platforms right here. You need to go ahead and you can pierce this anywhere you like on the side, allow it to breathe, create pretty much an oxygen hole for it. That'll take care of all your boards. It won't damage the board. Again, there's nothing underneath here besides a plate.
Does it also get better with use sometimes?
Absolutely. These are like a pair of tennis shoes, guys. These gyroscopes are brand new. So when stepping on them, if at first they're not activating, as you saw, my foot is not activating this board right away. Why? Because it's brand new. So I have to work it out. I can still activate it just by placing my feet correctly. Do that carefully and cautiously because I don't want you to stand on the board when it's not activated and then you fall. So take your time, work out the gyroscopes. They will become easier and easier like a pair of tennis shoes. Once you're on your board, feel free to test it out. Go around. I always recommend that you go forward and back about 20 feet, about 20 times. Go forward, make sure you're nice and slow. If you have a wall to hang on to, that's great. Turn around, proceed back. Everything takes time, from riding a bike to your first time roller skating or ice skating. They made you hold on to the rink, I believe, 10 times till you were comfortable enough to let go. This is pretty much the same situation, people. Once you get good enough, you're good to go. You can go
Very
home and have
good.
some
Now,
fun.
if the red light starts blinking when you're riding it and beeping sounds are coming out of it, what does that mean?
This board will give you a warning before it's ready to die, because if the battery does die while you're riding on it, the board will go dead on you and you will fall. You will fall. So make sure that if the board starts beeping red, that's your indicator to get off. Go ahead and replug it up to the charger, allow it to charge no more than 3 hours, and of course look to the omission light on the charger to see if it's green.
So listen to the board.
Let the board talk to you. It'll let you
Yes.
know if it needs some energy.
All right, very good.
Good to go, guys.
Thanks.